Lytuky and Henry are officially married, and together, they are building a home filled with love. Follow their journey of raising their children with the support of their parents, and the valuable life lessons they learn along the way. The story begins when Lytuky and Henry get married and welcome two beautiful daughters into their lives. Although their lives are filled with the joy of becoming parents, they also face many challenges. Both must learn how to balance their busy careers with the responsibilities of raising their children. However, the support from their parents helps them overcome everything. The grandparents, with their vast experience in raising children, are always ready to take care of their grandchildren and assist Lytuky and Henry whenever needed. They not only teach the kids lessons about love and patience, but also pass on important human values. Every day, the grandparents spend time with the children, creating wonderful memories and teaching them gratitude and respect for their family. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to click subscribe to follow more meaningful videos about family and life. When Lytuky and Henry entered married life, their hearts were filled with dreams of the future. They not only wanted to create a complete family but also cherished beautiful visions of their future children. Both of them envisioned a small family with two daughters, children who would inherit the best qualities of both their parents. Lytuky, a woman who loves peace and serenity, is also strong and resilient. She has always been proud of her gentle beauty, the distinctive traits that she believes give her a unique charm and grace. She dreams that one day her daughters will be just like her, beautiful, but also possessing a tender heart, refined, and full of love for those around them. During quiet evenings, when they sit together, Lytuky shares with Henry that she hopes their daughters will grow up in a nurturing environment, surrounded by love and care, and will learn to respect family values and live harmoniously with others. Henry, though a strong and talented man, is humble and intelligent. He doesn't want his children to be beautiful only on the outside but to be capable of achieving great things in life. Henry hopes that his daughters will inherit his intelligence, learn how to solve problems, think independently, and be able to take charge of their futures. He wants them to be confident, creative, and patient in pursuing their dreams, just as he has done throughout his life. When talking to Lytuky, he often speaks about the future of their daughters. I hope they'll be both beautiful and smart. They should be able to achieve anything they want and always be proud of themselves. Both Lytuky and Henry not only desire to have children but also long to build a truly happy family, where their children will be loved, educated, and grow up with the right values. They hope their daughters will learn how to love, share, and live harmoniously with others. In their hearts, their daughters will be a source of pride not only because of their beauty but also for their inner qualities, forming the perfect blend of both parents. They even began planning the small details of how to raise their children. Lytuky wanted to teach her daughters about softness, attention to detail, and the gracefulness in communication. She believes that a beautiful girl is not just defined by her appearance but also by her behavior, the elegance in her words and actions. Henry, on the other hand, believes that intelligence and creativity are the keys to success. He wants to pass on the lessons of diligence, logical thinking, and a unique way of looking at the world to his daughters. In his eyes, his daughters will not only inherit beauty from their mother but also wisdom from him, helping them grow confident in life. There were times when they would sit together, imagining their daughters growing up, glowing in beautiful dresses, hand in hand, chatting happily. Lytuky would often laugh and say, "I want our daughters to be like me, gentle, but also strong." Henry would reply, "And they'll be smart, able to do anything they set their minds to." Together, they dreamed of the happy days when their daughters would not only be beautiful and intelligent but also live fulfilling, joyful lives. And in those moments, Lytuky and Henry not only loved each other but also loved their shared dream of the future, of the children who would come and make their lives even more perfect. Both knew that family is not just a place to live, but a place to nurture dreams and hopes, where their children could grow up in an environment full of love and understanding. After a long period of anticipation, finally, Lytuky and Henry's two lovely daughters were born, bringing boundless joy to the whole family. Their small home became warmer, filled with the laughter of children. Lytuky and Henry couldn't stop feeling happiness every time they looked at the innocent, adorable faces of their little angels. Especially when the babies were newborns, their innocent gaze made all the worries and stress in life seem to vanish. Every smile, every glance from their children made their lives feel more meaningful and complete than ever before. However, despite the happiness, the life of a young family is never without its challenges. Both Lytuky and Henry were busy with their work and personal projects. Although Lytuky loved and devoted all her heart to her children, she sometimes felt the pressure of balancing work and family life. She wanted to spend as much time as possible to care for and play with the babies, but with a packed schedule and responsibilities that couldn't be ignored, she had to rely on the help of her parents to take care of the children. Nevertheless, Lytuky never stopped thinking about the future and the wonderful things she wanted to give her children. She knew that the well-rounded development of her children didn't just come from the love of their parents but also from the surrounding environment, the support and guidance from the entire family. Henry, too, wanted to spend time with his daughters, but his busy work life often made him feel guilty. After a long day at work, when he came home and saw the girls playing, his heart was filled with love. No matter how hard his work was, the moments spent with his daughters were always the most precious. He smiled when he saw their first steps, heard their babbling voices. It warmed his heart. Yet, Henry also understood that without the help of their parents, it would be difficult for both of them to care for their children in the best way possible. The children's grandparents, the elders of the family, were always wonderful companions, providing immense help to Lytuky and Henry in taking care of the little ones. They loved their grandchildren dearly, and the time spent with the children was not only a joy but also a responsibility, a continuation of family love. The grandparents not only took care of meals and sleep but also taught the children important life lessons. In the afternoons, when the grandparents sat down and told them fairy tales, imparted moral lessons, kindness, and love, Lytuky and Henry felt incredibly grateful. They knew that their daughters would grow up in a loving environment with valuable lessons, solid foundations that would help them become well-rounded individuals in the future. Lytuky and Henry often talked about their children's development, about the things they hoped the children would learn from their grandparents. Both hoped that family values would be passed on in a complete way. Every time they saw their daughters happily playing with their grandparents, their hearts were filled with joy. No matter how busy their work schedules were, Lytuky and Henry always knew that family was the most important thing, the only place that could bring them true peace and happiness. Both of them believed that with the careful nurturing from the grandparents, their two daughters would be raised and grow up in an excellent environment. The first lessons about love, patience, and gratitude would stay with the girls throughout their lives. In Lytuky and Henry's hearts, nothing was more precious than family, and they knew that, no matter what the future held, as long as the family stayed together, they would overcome every challenge. The family would always remain united, writing pages of happiness in the book of their lives. With the birth of two daughters, Lytuky and Henry's life suddenly became busier than ever. Although the joy of becoming parents was endless, they also had to face many challenges, from balancing work and family to taking care of and raising their children. However, it was the support of their parents that helped them overcome these difficulties, and they knew that it was thanks to the love and dedicated care from the grandparents that their family truly became strong and happy. The grandparents of the children were experienced in raising kids, as they had once raised Lytuky and Henry to become the people they were today. Therefore, when they had grandchildren, the grandparents were overjoyed and full of energy. They were always ready to help their children in every situation, from looking after the kids when Lytuky and Henry were busy with work to teaching them valuable lessons about ethics and life. Every day, the grandparents spent time playing with the children, teaching them how to talk, how to walk, and do the simplest tasks. These actions not only helped the children grow but also created beautiful memories that the children would carry with them for the rest of their lives. Every morning, when the sunlight streamed through the window, the grandparents were already at the house preparing breakfast for the children, taking care of the smallest details, such as picking out the right clothes for them or helping them prepare their meals. The grandparents didn't hesitate to help Lytuky and Henry with household chores, creating space for the couple to rest and relax. Even though the grandparents were getting older, their love for the grandchildren never diminished. They cared for the children as if they were their own, and every smile from the little ones brought immense happiness to the grandparents. Lytuky and Henry were always grateful to the grandparents for these things. They understood that, not only was there love, but the grandparents also passed on valuable life lessons that they had learned throughout their lives. Lessons about filial piety, patience, how to treat others, and other good qualities were always emphasized by the grandparents every day. The times when the grandparents told fairy tales or shared stories about the past, about the hard times they had overcome, helped the children understand more about life and the importance of love and sharing. One special thing that the grandparents always taught the children was gratitude and respect for the elderly. They didn't just teach the children how to eat and behave, but also imparted lessons about human values, how to live in a way that benefits the family and society. In the afternoons, when the grandparents and children sat together, the grandparents would always tell them stories about love, the sacrifices of parents, and the importance of family in life. Whenever they saw the children playing with the grandparents, Lytuky and Henry felt more at ease than ever. They knew that, no matter how busy work was, no matter how many difficulties life brought, when they had family by their side, they could overcome any challenge. Both Lytuky and Henry believed that, with the help of the grandparents, their children would grow up in an environment full of love, equipped with good qualities, and always be confident as they stepped into life. For Lytuky and Henry, family wasn't just a place to return to, but also a place that nurtured dreams and hopes, a place where every member took care of and protected each other. No matter how busy they were with work, time spent with family was always the most precious thing they had. The lessons from the grandparents, the love the grandparents gave to their grandchildren, would forever be the solid foundation helping their daughters grow up to be warm-hearted, loving, and responsible individuals, not just to their family, but also to society. And so, throughout the years of their children's growth, the grandparents would always be important companions, the place where the children found peace, love, and valuable guidance. Lytuky and Henry knew that family meant everything, and only family could give them the strength, faith, and motivation to overcome all the challenges in life. This story is a beautiful reflection of the strength and love found in family bonds. Lytuky and Henry's journey as parents is heartwarming, showing the challenges they face in balancing their careers with raising their two daughters. What truly stands out, however, is the invaluable support they receive from their parents. The grandparents play a crucial role in nurturing the children, imparting wisdom, and teaching essential life values like patience, love, and respect. Their involvement goes beyond simple care. They pass on generational lessons that help shape the children's character. The story emphasizes the importance of family unity and how love, support, and shared values create a foundation for a thriving, happy household. It also highlights the irreplaceable role grandparents play in the lives of their grandchildren, offering a sense of stability and guidance that enriches the children's upbringing. What makes this story even more touching is its focus on the small yet significant moments, whether it's the grandparents preparing breakfast or teaching the children life lessons that ultimately shape the future of the next generation. It serves as a reminder of how important it is to cherish family and the wisdom passed down through the years.